Welcome to our channel Lightling Vision. Today Mother will continue with part 2 on the subject of coronavirus at the request of many people. So Mother, welcome. So you will continue with part 2.
Yes.
And yes, so I will just mention that please listen to part 1 because it's very interesting and we need to listen to it to understand what you're going to say, I'm sure. So thank you for continuing, Mother.
I'll try it. So what I said in the first part is that this is a situation that has been brought up little by little for over the last 20, 30, even 50 years, I think. And it has to do with, again, our vision of life, with what we have faith in. Do we believe that there's a power in this universe that guides from the inside man, our lives, in a beneficial, positive way? Or do we believe that we have to struggle ourselves with all the difficulties we deal with in life on earth, and we have to make the best out of it? A bit like the Darwinist vision, the survival of the fittest. Well, if you have this point of view, the survival of the fittest, then a coronavirus is, you can very well understand you attract it, because this virus is testing man. Can you survive? Can you bring up in yourself enough fever in a healthy way to throw it out and to heal afterwards? Or do you need, for any step of the process, medicine, outer help? I would say that the virus is testing humanity on its health in a general way and on a deeper level. It has to do with what does it mean to be a healthy man? Is a healthy man somebody who feels in a very deep way, he has a soul, who knows that he has come in this life for a reason? He has something to do here, he has something to learn here. Not just earning money and as much as money as he can get, to have a nice time and then go and leave for the others to clear up the mess. That's a way to say it. But everybody has a reasonable task here in life. We are all together trying to make this world a good place to be in. That vision is, for modern man, very often not clear. Many people, and that's why I said the first thing the countries have done when the problem came up of the coronavirus was closing the borders. But that's the same attitude that many people already had or had been having for years. That's to say, each person thinks about himself, his wife, his husband, his children, in a very small and restricted area or way. And we live we live all the pleasures of life the best we can, or up to the height that we can live it, and that's it. So in the vision of many modern men and women, there's no connection. If there's a connection, it's just a mental idea. It might even be an ideal, but it's difficult to put into practice, because at the base, on the bottom of the life of modern man, at the bottom you have this idea of living in a nice way for yourself and those who are your nearest and your dearest. And the rest, well, we'll see what it gives. I think the coronavirus has come to put this profoundly into question. For whom are you living? Are you really a healthy man? Because being a healthy man has to do with being here, being a benediction for yourself and the rest of the world, and not just living here nicely for yourself and those around you. And then even furthermore, the coronavirus has shown that our bodies and the whole of our society is very weak, because the life of modern man in the Western countries has become sick. We're not eating the right food anymore. We're not living a balanced life anymore. Day or night, it's almost the same. We don't have a rhythm anymore. We do not have a feeling anymore for what's healthy. And that goes very far. We lost, I think, completely any kind of idea what is still all right and what it is not anymore. And the coronavirus has attacked this and said, yeah, but listen, where is your inner health, your psychological stability, your spiritual strength? Now the question is, what's the solution? Somehow I have to say, I think the virus itself is the solution. That means that the virus has shaken this ideology, this materialistic thinking world of us that we are trying to spread all over the world, and which is unhealthy. Because older people at this moment very often cannot grow older based on their own inner strength and physical health, but because they are supported by medicine. That is already not a healthy way of seeing life, because those people become dependent on medicines, and when a virus comes, they can't cope with it anymore. They have to go for an influenza shot every year, and now suddenly a virus is coming up that nobody knows where it comes from and how to cope with it, not even the doctors. And that's not only the elder people, but we already are doing that with the adults from 40 onwards. They go very often, almost every year for an influenza shot. They don't want to be sick because they have to earn their money. And then I do not even talk about the children that are from the minute they are born already have all kinds of vaccinations. And we do not understand that basically is not helping man. I'm not against vaccination in an absolute way. There are certain vaccinations that might be helpful, but just 1, 2, not 10 or 11 or more as we are doing now, because that is weakening man. Then we do not have to build up our own strength anymore to fight what has to be fought and which makes us more healthy, more stronger. Well, that kind of ways of seeing life is spreading over the world the last 30 or 50 years, has become the leitmotif, the credo of development of modern man, of what should be a life in security. And the coronavirus says that we are wrong. The coronavirus laughs at it. Because if a small virus of nothing can bring half or 3/4 of the world for weeks behind the windows and nobody has the right to go out. I'm asking myself what's happening. For me, this is the sign that man has become a weakling, has become so dependent, so caricatural, a being that's not worth his name man anymore, because he can't face an attack anymore. In the past, it was impossible to live on this earth if you could not prove your strength physically and psychologically. And there was a very profound wisdom behind it. At this moment, nobody's tested anymore. And then the coronavirus is giving us the final test. And I'm very interested in what we are going to do. Will we understand it? Something in us understands what's happening. And I would like to finish with that in the third video, with this idea.
Thank you for your light on this subject, Mother. So please share this video with your friends, family, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch part 3. So we'll be back very soon. So have a good day.
A message coming out of space reaches humanity. It travels through the air and on its way reveals our destiny. How can we resist this force that has the universe and all that lives in its hand? A message coming out of space changes reality. The sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light shining. Its rays will sweep our past away to show us new guidelines. The sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light shining. The old times will be yesterday. All clouds have bright linings. You live it when you open up for newborn energy. It leads you out of time-bound consciousness into infinity. Don't be afraid to lose yourself and let go of your habits older than the hills. You live it when you open up for a new reality. The sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light shining. Its rays will sweep our past away to show us new guidelines. The sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light shining. The old times will be yesterday. All clouds have bright linings. to show us new guidelines. Sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light shining. The old times will be yesterday. All clouds have bright linings. Sun will rise and the day will break, and there'll be light.